then it translates that unique ID to machine learning. So we actually can tell which cow is doing what. So there are cows here that, and I think those of you in the back might be able to see it on the television screen, but there are green dots and red dots around each box. And what the technology actually does is it's able to decipher when a cow is playing with the food and when the cow is actually eating the food. Right? So to get this to a level of precision where it's actually creating value for you as customers of the solution, we needed it to be at a precision of 98% or greater. And so we're actually able to decipher when it's eating versus playing with the food, or sifting and sorting the food. So if you mix citrus pulp with your cornmeal or soybean, cows know, and they pick out the citrus pulp. So these are things that we needed to be able to measure. 32 gigabytes of data created per camera per day, converted into 1,000 events per cow per day. Across 2,000 cow dairy herd, that's 5,200 gigabytes of raw data per day, converted into 2 million events per day. 2 million data points that we did not have before, that we now have and can create some amount of insights. So let's just think about that, right? 2 million events, that means something that we didn't capture before that we're now able to. And this is only growing. So I'm going to shift gears then a little bit to the consumer. And what does this all mean? How do we bring this all together? Consumers have never cared more nor known less about how their food is produced. So if we rewind 70 years ago, more people actually understood how their food was being produced, because more people were, again, closer to the farm, understood farming practices, and thereby understood how their food was being produced. Today, more people care about their food, but know less about how it's being made. When the public has a false belief, it is more often in the interest of the industry to cater to that belief than to eradicate it. So think about that, right? In India, where brands don't exist today, how do you begin to shape awareness? How do you begin to really influence that a brand carries a premium than something else that is a commodity? Have to think about the influence of the industry and the role that we all play in shaping that future. This is the story of the global food supply chain. And this is the role that we all are going to play in really impacting how food is sourced, processed, and delivered to the consumer. So that's a little bit about digital insights and the things that we're working on in Cargill. Happy to answer questions at the end or during a break. Thanks for the time.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Raj, for putting a digital future for India and in the food. I think he specifically mentioned 4x Earth. That's a great thought. How would we really go for digitalization of our future? Do you have a choice? He mentioned Alex. Let me take a lighter weight here. Tomorrow you'll be calling Alexa, can you put on the geyser? Alexa, can you cook for food? Alexa, can you feed the broiler? Alexa, can you deliver the eggs? This will be the future shops. So in this technology world, I feel India is well prepared. We were in VIB Europe. The theme was better data for better poultry. Today you need to have data. So India has been appreciated for data. As you all know, the success story of Aadhaar, GST, our IT filings, and our modern dairy industry with the Cargill and such of the people who are doing it. I would say that, as he put one simple message, it's benchmarking. Let us start understanding benchmarking, issues of us. Do you have a choice without a GPS? Can you move on? When we were in Europe, just 2 seconds, I'll take you into a lighter vein again. I was telling my friend in Germany, he asked me, Mahesh, how do we go? Now everybody is talking German. I said, I'll ask my friend, Pichai. He was thinking that there is some friend Pichai, with us. Then lately, after 3 days, I said, Google, Sundar Pichai is my friend who is helping me to tour all the way. So the technology is the one where you have no choice. We have seen modernization, we have seen digitalization, especially the thinking of the growth in volume terms. Because if you see the story, what he mentioned about integrated circuit or biometric systems, I'll give you another simple example how the revolution is going. Owl. Do you know Owl Eye? It is future camera systems are coming which are not having any batteries. You can put anywhere in your house, in your shop, anything. So that owls are going to open their eyes and see and blink for you and respond for you whether what you are doing. You can watch your dog what is it doing in the house. You can watch chickens what they are doing in the home. You can watch everything. This is the digitalization we require. I congratulate Raj. Probably we'll take a couple of questions at the end. May now invite Mr. Rolando. You want to introduce? I request Sujit to introduce them. Thank you.
Thank you very much for valuable comments, Dr. Mahesh. So before inviting Dr. Rolando, I would like to highlight about profile. He's a basically veterinarian, Filipino guy, almost experience of 25 years in farm management. Worked in several countries in the Asia, and he was one of the founder and fellow of the Philippine College of Veterinary Practitioners. He's also secretary for the World Veterinary Poultry Association. And after seeing his profile, it's very interesting that he's because of strong veterinary and farm management person, how he's seen his digital marketing helpful for his day-to-day activities, and presently is working as a regional sales manager for the Asia zone for the DSM.
Hello. Sorry. Thank you, Chairman, for a nice introduction. Thank you, Clefma, for this very great opportunity to talk before you in this very auspicious occasion. But let me first say, Namaste.